Hi ladies, I'm Candace and welcome to the Style Climber, a place for classy and sophisticated style and all of the things in between of that. Now if you've seen my videos, then you know I love to use the word chic. Everything is chic. Chic this, that is so chic, 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 chic. So I thought I'd gather up some things that I find incredibly chic. Matter of fact, it's 10 of them and I had to kind of round it down to 10 just not to make the video long. So without further ado, let's get started. The number one thing that I find incredibly chic is leopard. I am a sucker for leopard. I think leopard is so chic. I think leopard is really chic. I love it. I think it's one of those materials slash prints that you can take with you anywhere. You know what I mean? So I especially love it in scarves. I love it as a coat. I had a coat many moons back. I got it from New York & Company and I wore that coat to death. Love a good leopard coat. I also love leopard in shoes. I am a sucker for shoes, and to see it in leopard, I am complete. Okay, I love leopard, and you know, just wearing it just gives a little bit of a pizzazz to your look. Chicifies, if that's a word, chicifies your look, pulls it together. So if you're wearing a simple outfit and then you just throw something with leopard on, would be amazing. I've also seen it in earrings. I did have earrings many moons back that were leopard, just a leopard clip-on earring. They hurt to death, so I stopped wearing them. But just leopard in its own limelight, it's just so beautiful. I really love it, especially if it's in a scarf. Love that. I think that's like the simplest thing, to have a leopard scarf, whether it be silk or whether it be like a faux fur. Just easy, transitional. You could wear it anywhere. You could wear it to the office, you could wear it to dinner, you could wear it at home in your leisure, just being fabulous. So I absolutely love leopard. The next thing that I think this is just like so chic is French nails. Oh, I love French nails. Love it. I think it's making a comeback, even though it's something that's a staple. I mean, we all know that it's a staple. I mean, you can go anywhere and see French nails. You could see it on what they call like clip-ons. Is it clip-on nails? Yes. You could obviously go to the manicurist and get it done yourself, whether it be in a regular manicure or a gel, or however you do it. I do gel. I'm actually thinking about getting French now. I haven't done it in like a year, but I really like it because it's something that's so feminine and just a go-to for a lady that wants to look classy and sophisticated. So I love French manicures. Love the polish. You know, you got the classics with the almost like a pink base with white, and then you have a white base with white. And you know, sometimes I've seen it in pink. I've seen ladies actually do it in different colors as well. I'm not really a fan of it for me, but I just love that classic look of a French tip. I think it just elongates the fingers if you feel that you have stumpy fingers or anything to that effect, but I think it elongates your fingernails. It makes you look a bit sophisticated. It makes you look like you put together. It makes you look like you're a classy person, and you know, it gives off a vibe of just chicness. So I really love French manicures. I also love scarves tied around the neck. Okay, honey. I think that is just like one of the most luxurious looking things, is to tie a scarf around your neck. I think that is just the cat's meow, whether it's a plain scarf or a printed scarf. I especially love printed scarves tied around the neck. I think it's just so magnificently looking. You know, it's just a beautiful way to add color, a beautiful way to add attention to you, just to have a scarf here. So it gives the person that's looking at you, they look at your face instead of kind of looking down, if you don't want them to look down at other things. But I think it's just so chic. I see it with ladies wearing it at over their shirts. Excuse me, I have my notes here. I see ladies wearing it excuse me, I see ladies wearing it with their shirts. I see them wearing it with tank tops, or just button-down shirts, or not scarves, sweaters, and sometimes coats, and just wrapped around nicely. You know what I mean? Very chicly done. And if you're that type of lady that, you know, you have your partner just kissing on your neck and a mark is left there, that's definitely a great way to camouflage that little bit of a mark. But I just love it. I think it's just so chic, and just adds a touch of style where, you know, again, simple outfits and you just put that in there. It's just so fabulous. And speaking of fabulous, but is also very chic, is Paris. I am in love with Paris. I went to Paris in 2015, and before then, you know, I didn't get the hype about what was so chic about Paris. And I made the trip, and as soon as I landed, I fell in love, and I said, oh my gosh, this place is amazing. Oh my gosh, from the architecture, the decor, the language that is spoken, the way people commute. You know, they drive on the opposite side. Their cars are, I believe their cars, no. You know, I can't remember. It's been so long. I can't remember if they drive on the left side or the right side. The baguettes, just so chic, and the the croissants. I've never ever tasted anything better than a French croissant, than a croissant that I have had in Paris. Oh my gosh, the food is just a delicacy of pure sensation. Love it. I hope to go back to Paris soon. I really love it. I remember going to see all of the main attractions, and let me tell you, I was there for 2 weeks, and 2 weeks was not long enough. Paris, I feel, is a place that you need to go and see for like a month to really get, you know, into the culture, into the traditions of the city. They have all these different towns, I guess you could say. They call them arrondissements. I think that's how you say it. But just a beautiful place. People cycle around the neighborhood. Of course, they drive, and lots of walking and taking scooters and whatnot. So it's just a beautiful experience. I would definitely recommend going, and I would definitely say that it's a very chic place to be. All right, the next item that I think is just so chic are robes. Okay, I love a good robe, whether it be silk, whether it be cashmere, whether it be a bathrobe. I love it. I was actually thinking of I was in Target the other day looking at some bathrobes. I've never actually owned one. I own silk robes and cashmere robes, but I was thinking of getting a bath one. Do you have one? If you do, let me know your thoughts on it. But I think it's just something just so chic about throwing on a robe, especially when you get out of bed and, you know, you're not quite put together. Just adding a robe to your ensemble when you wake up in the morning is just so chic. Or even like when you come home from work and you've had a long day, or, you know, you just pin your hair up, like I have my hair pinned up now. You pin it up and you just throw on a robe, and it's just something so luxurious and fabulous about throwing on a robe. I really love the feeling of wearing a robe. It makes me feel feminine. It makes me feel secure and warm. So I just love having a robe. And an alternative to that is the I think it's called the caftans, that you could just kind of throw over your head, and it's a fabulous print or style, and it does the same, well, not really the same kind of feeling with a robe, but it gives a nice style, I think. I've had a couple in the past, and, you know, if I don't feel like putting on pajamas or a nightgown, I'll throw on a caftan and just look so chic and fabulous with it. So definitely having those things in my wardrobe, I find incredibly chic. Okay. I'm a sucker for nature, and I have to say that I love having plants in the home. I think that is just so chic, bringing in nature into your home. It's beautiful. I can't say that I am the best person to have plants. I'm pretty basic with plants, so I get simple plants. So I get like a snake plant or a bird of paradise plant or a fiddle leaf. Very simple upkeep with plants, but I just love the view of having plants in the home. I think it's just so chic. It brings a bit of homely nature to it. So if your home is kind of like white walls per se, like mine is, or not as soft, I think bringing in plants is definitely a way to chic up the place and make it more homely. I do have plants here in the background. They're faux plants. I'm sure you could tell by now that they're faux, but just bringing that sort of ambiance is very chic to me, very classy and just inviting. I feel that having plants in the home is inviting, having it anywhere, in your kitchen, in your living room, a little speck of a plant in the bathroom. If you have windows in your bathroom, get some sunlight in there, artificial light. Just love that ambiance of that, and plants are just so good for you in so many ways than one. It's such a therapeutic thing to have plants in your home. Just easy, they clean the air, they're nice to look at, and they flourish with you. You know what I mean? If whatever type of environment you have in your home, plants pick up on that environment as well. So a happy home gives a happy plant. Watering your plants, of course, makes them happy. Having lots of sunlight in your home, the plants love that. So I just love that scenery of having plants in the home. Another item that I think is just so chic is having fruit baskets or fruits on display in the home. I'm a big fan of fruits. I love fruits. I love fruits and vegetables, actually. Really love them. But I love having a bunch of fruits in a basket or on display in some type of bowl. I think it's just so chic, so inviting. Any type of fruit. So, like grapes, oranges, apples, bananas, things like that. Just really inviting and just makes you feel lively. It makes me feel lively to know that I have nice live fruits there, strawberries, raspberries, things like that are on display, and then you could just grab it and go and eat. I just love that. I love the feeling of having fresh fruits in the house. Some people like fresh flowers and stuff like that. I'm not really a fan of that because for me personally, it's a lot of upkeep. I have to change the water and things like that. But even that is also chic to have fresh flowers, but I think having fresh fruits available as soon as someone comes into your home, if they're feeling a little bit peckish, then they can definitely have a little bit of food, a little bit of a fruit here. I just love it. I just think it's very inviting, I would feel, and very nourishing, of course, the nutrients that you get in fruits, a nice little treat as well if it's sweet. So definitely love having fruits on display, especially if it's on the kitchen counter, on the island, or even on your dining table. I love that. Just love the ambiance that brings. So chic. I don't know about you, but I always feel having a bag with a chain is just so chic. Now, definitely the go-to that has a chain on the bag is Chanel. We've all seen it. If we're fashionistas, we know what the Chanel looks like. We know the attraction that it brings. But there's also other bags that have that chain effect to it. And I think that is just so chic. I think it's inviting. I think it's flirtatious. It'll definitely bring up a simple outfit if you have a chain bag, preferably one that does look like the Chanel. That's the one that I'm talking about, that kind of playful leather and gold combination together. I find that incredibly chic. It definitely ups an outfit, like I said before, and just something about it brings femininity to your look, brings excitement, brings flirtation, just brings a level of elegance and class as well when you wear it. I think it's just one of those things that's a must-have. I did have a Tory Burch bag that has that black and gold effect on the chain for the handle. and I just loved it. I loved the way I felt in it. I love the fact that you can just throw it over your shoulder and just look chic. Sometimes crossbody, I don't think it's as chic, but I really love it. Or even if it's just dangling in your hand as you walk, I think that is just très chic, as they say. I really love the look of a chain bag. Now this one is particular to those that are in the type of weather that we're dealing with, the 4 seasons right now. We're in winter, and of course in fall this can be worn, but I love a good suede skirt. I think that is just so chic, preferably one that goes all the way down to the calf area and fitted to the body. I love that look. I think it's just ultra chic, ultra feminine, ultra sophisticated, and very classy, you know, especially when you're in weather like this and you know you want to look warm but you also want to look put together. I think a suede skirt is the best thing to have in your closet. I'm actually on the hunt for one now, but I did have one. I actually gave it away a couple of years back. You know, after a while, certain things, you know, it leaves your closet and you're like, why did I do that? I don't know if you've done that before, but I have. So I think things like that are fabulous to have in your wardrobe. A nice, chic suede skirt. It could go with anything. It could go with a jacket. It could go with a leather jacket. It can go with a button down. It could go with a nice tank top. It can go with a sweater. It can go with a turtleneck. It's just so versatile. So it's definitely a chic item to have in your wardrobe, okay? All right, last but certainly not least is romance movies. And I'm talking movies from the 60s, 70s, 80s, and a little bit of the 90s, okay? I love romance movies. There's just something that gets me when I watch romance movies. And, you know, you know, it's like, so let's say if you have like a rainy day and you're home alone or you have some time for yourself, for me, plugging in and tuning into a nice romance movie gives me all types of feels. I get happy, I smile, I wonder, and I always think about the characters after the movie is done. You know, if, you know, in La 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 Land that things are still going great, and, you know, just being in that ambiance of love. You know, I love love. I love being in love, and I love expressing love in that way. So whenever I feel kind of like nostalgia or feel that I just want to connect with people on that level, then I watch a romance movies and I just fall in love all over again with movies. You know, some of my favorite actors do romance movies, and I just love to kick back and just relax and enjoy a nice romance movie. So, well, if you found this video fun and entertaining, would love to know what you enjoyed about it. And if you have something that you find incredibly chic and you'd love to share, I would love to hear about it in the comments. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.